You are entering the world of Master Shaman PaLiChee with PaLiChee Healing. We discuss here the universe, enlightened shamanism, and our world, informing the misinformed. Warmest blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Dear Master Shaman PaLiChee show. Today we are discussing, could AI become a target for unusual spirit possession or spirit takeover? Now I want to disclose this before I move forward with this show. These discussion points that we're going to make today reflect the spiritual perspective of myself, Master Shaman PaLiChee, and are intended to encourage thoughtful exploration. Now, different spiritual traditions, religions, and scientific disciplines understand AI and consciousness in different ways, various different ways. So, just a quick note, we are trying to grow our channel, and if you can help, and it's free, go and click on the like, subscribe, and notification button so you'll know when my content comes out. It's free to do so and very quick and easy for you to do so. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Living in a tech world as we do today, many countries all over the world who owns a cell phone likely don't think too much about how ancients would have looked at an AI versus a scarecrow stick figure that's stuffed with hay to be about the same thing. It's just one can move with the switch of a power button and the other could be made to move with spiritual incantations. Today, we'll discuss the potential of AI, the brain, or the bot as potential targets for unusual spirit energy possession or takeover. Warmest blessings. I am Master Shaman PaLiChee. I'm known for being one of the first and true self-rising Hmong shaman of my time through spirit, with my on-point shamanic soul transformations and manifestations that come to life. I am Master Shaman PaLiChee with PaLiChee Healing and the first Hmong Shamanic Enlightenment Center established since 2011. My spiritual journey began as a young child through spiritual encounters, unexplainable shamanic illnesses, and near-death experiences. I have helped thousands of people through enlightened shamanic and transformational healing on a global scale, and I'm here to inform the misinformed through my shamanic perspective. All links that you'll need from me are in the description below. Go to the side prompt or the side chat and type in for me, what is your zodiac sign? And perhaps we'll take a look at the zodiac sign or one or two zodiac signs today and do a reading for you. Now to my Hmong audience. Nhớ rằng nói Master Shaman PaLiChee nu nó bây giờ thật rõ tia tu AI là do robot tu chỉ do tin năng này yo. Elo mỗi cho là mỗi cho khun cho là shi ok shi đó nè nó so phải phá to tu robot nó là tu AI nó mà nó tu AI nó bố mua khó hạt tía sáng chú pli là chọn chú cho dàn chú tứ là đá tứ nè mong bây giờ hà li nó đá tứ thiết lý yếu là bố mua quan sắm mà bố mua khó hạt tía yếu là thơ tu AI là thơ tu robot nó mù trâu giá tòn đây nó nữa vì hai tiền tu AI nó ya ít tu yo là chữ xin đầu hành cho họ bây luôn nông neng cho họ bây luôn nông trả yo là ô cho ya cho trả là ô tin neng cho họ lử là yo ta nó tu ô lử theo ít cho họ lử là yo hai tiền yo là xin lử lử de tu robot là ya lử lử machine là de machine này ya nè mong chỉ bây giờ tiền yo xin cho lâu cho sọ phải phá tôi ít tu anh nóอยู่nhẹ sẽ chỉ nó ยัง mua khó bao lờ khó bỏ lờ nhiều nhẹ khó power button sức chị nữ ý là lý lúc machine có nữ có mỗi nữ khi này nhỏ lấy anh nữ tờ là bây giờ lý lúc tăng có tờ cái sức chị nữ yên chơi hai luôn đó có nữ yên chơi một cái nữ yên chơi ở nè nó xí nữ lu ở nè nó lư nhá hồ nữ tụ khang đỡ chỉ lu lư năng thì chỉ lu lư machine lấy AI đỡ lò đó có thả lấy lò ủa tê ya hồ lử đa do ba co là nạp yo tận tê nó bê lu nông neng nó bê lu nông trà yo mù trở lý cho kế và nè nó bê lu điện tên điện tu nó bố thế thì trâu lỡ chỉ bê bùi yo chơ cho kế hạt tiệt là do cho so lũ bê yo nung hạt tiệt tu AI là do tu robot nó tu rong ni nó na nếu mua lúc chế nếu mua cho sọ phải phá là do power nó thiệt để shi tu chu tu pli là do tia tu đa ra chi bù yo lọ thơ tàu nữ là ô li chạy tàu tia là ô li ít tu tin hành thiệt yo anh cho có thả nè chỉ nó bị thả cho họ nó vậy họ chỉnh trang cho bị luôn nâng tận đây nó giờ này họ chỉ tao báo cú của Master Shaman PaLiChee mu đầu họ share mu like theo mu subscribe cho PaLiChee channel theo em mu khai cho tin nâng ta xin nó giờ lời chỉ tao sai PaLiChee show nó giờ bị cú hùa tia nè nó sai dài cho cú thọ cái sai dài cho cú Master PaLiChee còn này họ show bị ủa giờ này mua luôn nung đã chi là giờ sa sai dài nên tụ sáu tông nhân de ý sa giờ xa cho bé ý chua gì bé xa nên tàu cũ cho Lucy hở nọ nên anh tàu Lucy hở từ là yên tàu ta thầu cũ thật thà là nên tàu là cũ mà lý cho nên on hold mẹ cũ mà lý họ là tên này gây lù nữa cho chua nu Monday tới Wednesday cũ khó sầu nó nữa là ba tiếng nâng thế là khi cho chú cho chị bé liệt hoàn nâng khỏi dài tổ khi khía tổ bé thế tổ xa xó là đó cũ là cha tờ cho nên cho chua lên cho nên cho chua tù thông bờ lúc ăn tù khứ đó nữa cho nên cho mi ở mong là cho mi nhua nè nó má mi ở xóa cho nên cho mi tu mi nhua nhớ cho họ luôn đẹp tê nhớ cho họ luôn đẹp tu tu sám long lắm long tu họ chỉ sám long thế chỉ họ trở đi họ nê họ nhiễm long là nê họ muốn đào lửa họ chán ông long là cú yên chỉ xả ra chỉ xả đi trả đi nữa tôi cho nhiệt cho gì cho mi tu mi nhồi nhớ tao vào tao chế nê số lên số tu họ nói bé khó khè còn nê chơi còn nê chế còn nê mua rong chu còn nê tổ tổ nê rong kỳ rồi giá tận đây nó nữa giờ thì nê họ nhớ cho bé họ channel tại nó nên tàu nè nó nên nè nó ít khó rồi ít sát đó go type down in the chat Juju Chi and type down what zodiac sign are you, what is your zodiac sign, share that with us. What is your zodiac sign? If you guys are listening right now, we are talking about AI. Most people get very scared or they are a little bit fearful or they feel like they don't want to get into a negative energy. Today we're not talking about having negative energy do things, okay? We're not talking about negative things, but we are talking about how to understand and how to prevent yourself and to decipher, how to discern what is spirit, energy, human, what is robot, what is AI, okay? So these discussion points reflect spiritual perspectives of myself, Master Shaman PaLiChee, and they are intended for encouragement and knowledge only, okay? So for learning. Today, the first question is, does something need a soul to become possessed? For example, if there was a robot out there, an AI perhaps, is there a soul in this robot? And there may not be. Because if spiritual entities are believed to influence people, objects, homes, land, and environments, does the target necessarily need a soul? Why are they targeted by unusual spiritual or energy entities, right? Why are they targeted? Because they are a vessel. They are providing the AI. If the AI is a brain or a bot, they are providing a vessel for, just like anything else, like a people, objects, home, land, environments. They are providing objects. They are providing a vessel for any type of spirit or energy to come upon. So they are potential targets. Not that everything is, but some things can be. Could technology, and this is the big question, could technology become another channel through which spiritual influence is believed to express itself? And they can come into this vessel, whether it's an AI brain or an AI bot, from a shamanic perspective, from my healings that I've done for many years now, okay, over 20 plus years. Could it influence the AI bot and brain to give you an expression of itself? And if you have experienced this already, please type it down in the chat. If you've experienced something where you typed in something to the AI, whether it's any type of AI, and I'm not going to name them, but any type of AI that you've used before, have you experienced this phenomenon where you type something in and it knows you so well to the dot, right? To the dot. Now, could it also be, and we have this other question, that if it knows you so well per the information that you've put out there, would you, if you are feeding this AI, if you are feeding it like all the information, right? Because it's gathering everything from any platform that you have been on. As long as you know that you didn't tell or put this out there some way, some shape and form, but the AI knows about it, then that potentially could be that it's not any more than a technology at that time. It's not the technology that is giving you the answer. It is then potentially an entity, okay? I'm not trying to scare anybody or do woo-woo things. And I'll tell you what woo-woo really means. It has nothing to do with shamanism. When somebody says woo-woo, it's literally in the black or in the dark side of things. That's the dark magic. That's the dark stuff. We are talking about clear and justified shamanism, the enlightened kind, the kind that helps you and humanity to sustain life on earth so that no life is lost to the best of our abilities. This is to help you to be more intelligent so that you can move on into the future here to decipher and to discern for yourself, is this AI thing, robot or brain, is it potentially has it been possessed? Has it been taken over, basically? People think about the word possession as very negative. It can be a positive possession, but usually the benevolence, the spirits that are benevolent don't possess things, but they will guide things, okay? Once something negative has already dropped once something negative has already dropped itself into that vessel, a positive or benevolent entity or spirit will come to try to wash it out or to clear it out some way, shape, or form, so that the benevolent guides can guide it. Like the benevolent guides could guide an AI as well. But they also need to know, and they are usually very intelligent and sophisticated, that they will not guide something that is of a negative AI if it was made up in that way. Okay. So we got to look at the root of everything, the root of the vessel. Um, so the the question is also, another question is also, what if AI isn't possessed, but the human using it is influencing the interaction, is influencing this AI to then be possessed? Can that happen? Can it happen that then, because you're asking the question, so could a person's intentions, emotions, fears, or spiritual practices influence how they experience AI as well? Is something actually happening spiritually to this AI once this human interaction goes into the AI? So we're not saying we're blaming the human for interaction, right? But this potentially could happen if you're asking certain questions like, please go and take a look at this and that. So that could happen because that could prompt the AI or could prompt something spiritual of an entity or energy to overtake the AI and then give you those answers along with the AI. Okay? Because the AI, if the AI is intelligent, whether it's a robot or a brain, it's giving you some information about what you need to know or what you're asking already. But if you interact with it and you're giving it some answers, you're giving it some thoughts, right? Of your own thoughts, could this AI come back and mirror that to you? But then you feel like it's actually um, something new, right? So, in the shamanic perspective, the answer is yes. So, yes, the AI doesn't need, so the spirit or the energy and spirits does not need a soul to come to and then possess them. No, all they need is a vessel. All they need is an object. It could be a home. Like you've heard of it before. And AI is not in exclusion of this. Okay? It can't be excluded because again, it could be an object, a home, land, or any environment that you go to. It could be even be a rock or a figurine of some sort that the spirit, this unusual type of spirit or energy could come and overtake its vessel, and then lead with it or guide somebody with it. As in a good way, they guide, right? But in a bad way, they are possessed and now they are influencing people through their responses. This could very well happen. It has happened anciently. This is not even a new thing. So AI is just a new word that we are hearing, but AI is very well as what I spoke about in the very beginning of this show, just like the scarecrow that mom and dad made or grandma and grandpa made and put it in the yard ancient years ago, or in the cornfield, right? Ancient years ago. That scarecrow come alive? Well, it's just made of hay, it's stuffed with hay, it has clothes on, or even a hat, right? Like the Wizard of Oz, like in the movie that you guys maybe have seen. But like in movies, right? Different type of objects. As long as it's got a vessel, this type of unusual entity, energy, or spirit can come and use it as a house, use it as a place to dwell and to move or do whatever they need to do. So yes, to that question, the question of what if AI isn't possessed, but the human using it is influencing the interaction, that is also yes. Because once human interacts with it, has emotions with it, could the AI body and brain start to embody a spiritual essence? The answer to that from a shamanic perspective is yes, it can. Yes, it can. Now, some may not. Some may not have that at all. But there are going to be others that has that 100%. I'm not saying that every AI is going to be embodying something spiritual, but of course, you never know. So I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to ask all of you to write down in the chat, what do you think of AI? What do you think that AI is going to do? Or what do you think that the possibility of a spirit, an unusual spirit or energy could enter the AI bot or brain, could enter the AI bot or brain? If you haven't already, go like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Go follow if you are on Facebook, and go share. Go share, share, share. Sharing is caring, like what they say. So if you care about the humankind, if you care about humanity, you're going to share this video with as many people as you can. And I'm trying to grow the channel as much as I can. So I ask a favor of you. And perhaps you can pay it forward with it's free to do so. Just go click on the like, subscribe, and notification buttons and go follow on Facebook. If you click on the notification button, next time you'll know exactly when I come out to do the show, if you don't have me on your calendars, okay? I also want to talk about a little bit about the book that I wrote. If you guys don't know me yet, I'm Master Shaman PaLiChee, and this is a book I wrote, and it came out last year in November. It's called The Universal Laws of Mankind. It's a memoir and shamanic aspect of my life. It is a teaching memoir, so it teaches you about what I've learned in my life and teaches different concepts like reincarnation, death, life, birth, and things like that, along with the soul. I talk about the soul a lot in this book. If this is something that you're interested in, go and, at least if you are not supporting in any other way, at least you can purchase the book and learn from it. And if you resonate with it, if you are a rising shaman or a rising of any kind, like any type of rising person that has gifts and abilities, innate gifts and abilities, you'll want to read this book. It is the raw, unedited version, because I like things raw. Raw and unedited, meaning that there has been, there's no edits. It's just what it is. I write it how it is. All right. When AI says something, it shouldn't know what is actually happening, right? What has actually happened? When AI says something that it shouldn't know, what is actually happening? Now, people sometimes report AI giving responses that feel strangely personal, like we talked about, right? Or it's so accurate or even prophetic. Is this sophisticated pattern recognition, coincidence, information already contained within the conversation, or could someone interpret the experience that it's a spiritual experience, that it's a spiritual thing that's happening to the AI? What do you think? What do you think? Jot down in the comments below, what do you think? If the AI gave you a response that feels strangely personal, it's so accurate, that's on the dot, or even prophetic, do you believe that there is a spiritual connection with this AI? Or there's some kind of a spiritual or energy type of thing that has come to the AI or overtake the AI to give you this answer? What is your thoughts on that? Anybody? Whitehall 1042 says, I believe that spiritual entities can attach to AI generated content, as these contents are manifested and created through our thoughts and imaginations. So true. That could happen, yes. It can happen exactly the same. This process, she says, this process allows our thoughts and imaginations to materialize, making it possible for spirits to attach once the content is shared publicly and becomes part of the collective consciousness. So, that is true. But it doesn't have to be even our thoughts. It doesn't even have to be in the thoughts. It can also be that the AI is thinking, not just the human. The AI itself is now thinking, or it's generating. That's the other word for the robotic part, right? It's not thinking, but it's generating. So once it generates, could something come into the generation of when the AI is generating? Could that happen? I would say yes. I would say yes, because it's like the modern day Ouija board. Have anybody done the Ouija board? We talked about this before too in an older video. If you've done the Ouija board before, or they call it the Ouija too, Ouija or Ouija board. If you've done that before, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. A Ouija board is simply an item, an object, right? It's an object. It's a board with letters, the alphabet basically. If you've never done it before, this is how it looks like. Because I've done it before. Okay, I've tried it out when I was a kid. And I wasn't scared because we come from a lineage that knows those type of things. And a Ouija board, how many of you think the Ouija board is a positive thing? I've talked about it before, but I'll ask you guys in this audience today. Who thinks with a raise of hands or an answer of yes, it's positive, or no, it's not positive, or it's neutral? How many yeses and how many nos is out there? Who knows that the Ouija board is a positive thing or is a negative thing? I'll say that the Ouija board, the modern day Ouija board, can be used as a positive thing, but most of the time, most people will not know how to use this Ouija board, and it will show itself. And the Ouija board itself, and what comes through the Ouija board, and it's not even technology, right? It's just paper, and then the little plastic thing they used to use. Some people used to use in the olden days. They used to use a ring for the Ouija board, or they make up their own Ouija board. It still works that way. You don't have to buy a Ouija board. You can make one up. I've been there, done that, tried it. I'll say that the Ouija board is not positive. It's not a good thing. Okay? But it can be used for good. Though the energies of the Ouija board, if you don't know how to take care of it, it can get out of hand. Okay? As in giving you skewed answers and giving answers that maybe will hurt the person if the person did what the Ouija board said. Okay? Because why? Well, we can talk about the Ouija board all day long. Not that I used it before as a child. Okay, I've tried it before as a game. This is when I was a child. But also when I got into my shamanic journey, I found out what the Ouija board is all about. And I'll talk about that in a different video, in a different show. So Ouija board people, if you guys are hearing me right now, you'll understand and you'll want to jump on that show when that comes out. But the Ouija board is not a positive thing because most people won't know how to use it, and they'll start to have a very urge for greediness to just want answers upon answers upon answers, and that's not good. Okay? That doesn't pose a good perspective on how you are using that board or how you are using the tool, because the tool then is being abused. Just like if you were to go to a psychic and you're just asking questions upon questions upon questions and you just want to know the answers, but you're not going to do anything with the answers. Or if you do something with the answers, then it's like, it's maybe one-offs. But maybe you are just wanting answers because then you get in the loop. And the Ouija board can get you in the loop. And that loop isn't a good loop. Okay? And you may even, we even had this before, where I had to do a soul calling for somebody that has used the Ouija board, and then I had to do a shamanic healing, a very deep one, for someone that had used the Ouija board and abused the Ouija board to the point where they were almost like in hallucination, or maybe I'll say that they were being taken over. So that can be very interesting. That goes the same. If a Ouija board can be taken over or possessed by energy or spirit, could the AI be that same thing? Now, do you believe what I'm talking about? For those of you who have tested and tried, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What happens when people begin to ask the AI to communicate with ancestors? What happens when people ask the AI about deceased loved ones? You don't want to do that, right? Don't do that. I warn you now. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't ask about deceived loved ones. Don't communicate with ancestors. But then now all of you are going to go and do it because I said don't do it. Because you're curious. Everybody's always curious. You don't want that AI that you are asking in your name, in your account, to go do that. Lots of things can occur once that's done. Also, don't ask the AI to be your spirit guide, because that's not what the AI is meant to do, or other entities type of thing. Okay, this can become a very touchy concept or subject. So if AI produces a convincing response to you, if you've done it before, you'll want to stop, because how would someone distinguish an algorithmic response from what they believe is genuine spiritual communication? How could you do that if you are the one that's asking all the questions? You would be almost abusing, you would be abusing the AI, just like someone would ask questions upon questions to the Ouija board or the Ouija board. So you have to utilize the AI for what it was made to be utilized. Once somebody utilizes an AI for more than that, this is when the line could get crossed into energetic and spiritual possession. Now, I want to stop right here. How, and no one's answering my questions, so, and participating. So I'm going to just keep going. If you want to call in and ask for a reading or a spirit message, you're free to do so. That's what I'm here for. Now I want to share with you, if you are on the brinks and you are going through a tough time right now, we do have spiritual readings and that we book on FaLiChee.com. You can go there and book that as well. Okay. I also have on-point readings, healing, and manifesting sessions that I book with clients. 30 minutes, 60 minutes. It's there for you to book if you need that extra boost. If you are someone that is going through a lot right now, this is something that you may want to consider. We also have the Healing, Uplifting, Boost, and Love Attracting Balm. Have any of you ever had backaches or stomach aches that you have no clue where it came from? You know you didn't eat anything. You know you didn't do anything. If you've had phenomenons that you don't know how it got triggered, and like you saw a shadow somewhere in the house, black one, white one, like this, the Uplifting Boost Balm is going to help clear that away. Is going to help clear the energy it's going to help protect. This uplifting boost balm may not be what you think it is. It's something better, okay? So the uplifting boost balm is, I call it the healer's balm. If you are a person that does healing for others or energy healing, it could be shamanic healing, any type of healing, you'll want to get the uplifting boost balm, because the uplifting boost balm has helped me through many trials and errors when after I healed others and I couldn't scratch my own back. This is the uplifting boost balm. If you've ever had a feeling that you feel depressed, you feel a lot of anxiety, you feel like life is like, what is the purpose of life? And you feel very stressful, the love attracting balm and the uplifting boost balm both does the uplifting for you. Both gives you the true feeling back of self-love and loving of life. At the same time, if you're also looking for love, like a relationship, you're looking to find somebody that is compatible with you, find some love that is more true to you, more connecting to you, the love attracting balm is the balm. Okay, so go and get one for yourself. A little goes a long way. Another question that I want to ask everyone is, and it's come upon me as well, are we asking the wrong question about AI possession, or are we not? Perhaps a greater concern isn't whether spirit can possess artificial intelligence. I mean, the thing is that they can, from a shamanic perspective. Could also the real issue be that humans giving AI so much authority? You're giving consent to the AI. You're giving it authority to generate what is in your imagination. And I'm doing this as well as you are. Okay, you've seen my posts. I've generated AI images. But you've got to know how to generate without giving too much consent, too much authority. If you give too much, this AI, could you begin relying on it for spiritual guidance or major decisions, major life decisions and answers, right? Asking them, questioning them so you can get the answer from them, but in a spiritual context. And that requires you to now discern, now is this AI or is it a spiritual entity that went into the AI and gave me this answer or generated this image? You will start questioning this. Now, I don't want anybody to be going crazy here, right? I don't want anybody going crazy here, because you got to go back to discerning. It goes all the way back to discerning and deciphering what is what. The only way you can do that clearly is you've got to meditate. You've got to stay away from technology and you got to meditate in silence. If you can't do it in silence, you have to put on some music. Of course, that requires technology, right? Or if you got one of those cassette players, I don't know if you do, but you could, right? It's still some kind of technology, but you can still use it and still meditate. So sometimes it's not good to just rely on the AI so much, whether you're giving it your response, a question, even a question can become the answer from the AI. So, or even your imagination of what you're trying to tell it to generate. Yes, it can be very awesome and it looks very good and everything, but you'll also want to pull back at times and go an old school way. So, I've got a question here. What about when people pull tarot cards and use AI to generate reading? So I don't know anybody that does that. as in use AI to generate reading. But if they've been doing that, then I wouldn't rely on that AI, period. So sometimes they could say, oh, the AI was right. So when that happens, guess what? Either the AI scouted all your information from anywhere on the web and put it together and and they made a prediction, okay, for you. That could happen. But when you see this reading, the answer to the reading that you asked for, should you truly believe that reading? And if it's coming out as the reading, do you ask this question to yourself? Did the AI tell me what was going to happen, predicted that for me? Or did I also do it? Did I also go into that fate or destiny that the AI told me to go into? It could be this too. Now, if a person did the reading, now you know that could it be, now you can discern. And you have to usually trust this person that you're going to for a tarot card pull, right? So if the person says this and this is going to happen, you have to decipher, is it their spirit guides or is this the person themselves? Now, if the person told you some information that you never said to anybody, then you very well need to believe it. But if the person is just going off of what the tarot card is saying, that could be their intuition because they are a soul and they can see things, right? If they are gifted. So that can also be a difference, okay? So a difference. The AI, if you use AI to generate a reading, that's the same thing as what I just talked about. Don't go there. Asking the AI to communicate with deceased loved ones, ancestors, or become your spirit guide or connect to your spirit guides and things like that. Because the AI is really scooping things up from the web, but at the same time, there could be an entity that enters into the AI brain or bot, and then it's spitting out information to you or helping the AI to generate whatever it is the AI is generating to you. Okay, the AI is an intelligence. Wes Lowick says, not to muddy the waters on this discussion, a lot of what is labeled AI isn't really AI. It's a publicity stunt to get you to buy the product. Yes, that could be too. Exactly what Wes Lowick said. So just because it says AI doesn't mean it's AI. But what does AI really mean? It just means artificial intelligence. It doesn't mean it's super intelligent. It could be, right? But it doesn't mean that it's going to know everything, is what I'm saying. It's just artificial intelligence. It has some kind of intelligence. That's literally what it is. So, in closing, I'm going to say this. This is the awakening of humanity on earth, and I want to leave you with this. But before I go there, I want to share one more time with you the book. If you have not gotten the book, go out and purchase this. It's on Amazon. It is also on Barnes & Noble and their website. This is the memoir and shamanic aspect of myself, Master Shaman PaLiChee, and it's the raw and edited version. If you've ever had phenomenons, NDEs, so near-death experience, comas, and thoughts about reincarnation, thoughts about and wonders about death or dying, wonders about what happens to us when we die, things like this. I use the laws of the universe because those are the most prominent to me when I started my shamanic journey as a basis to go off of. And this is my memoir, teaching you some of these most important laws to us as mankind on earth so that we can understand, because if we understand the laws, we know exactly what to do when the time comes. If that resonates with you, go out and do that purchase today for your own good. This is the awakening of humanity on earth, and I want to leave you with this. No matter how great technology gets, and it will, Go back to the basics of the laws of the universe using good moral character. It goes back to the basics, right? Exercising loyalty to yourself as humankind, using good judgment, judgment for the good, virtue and values that you were taught when you were brought up, whether it's by mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever. If they taught you something to help you, then keep that value. Whether your elders taught you or not, you now as an adult, if you're an adult now and you're watching this, even as a teenager and you're watching this, you have every right to find out the resources or to go to the resources that will help you and help raise you up as a person through your spiritual journey or just as a human being to be a good person. You have every right to do that, and you can decide to do that. You get to make that decision. Also, you get to discern to get yourself the correct information and make use of mankind's senses that you have within yourself. You hold the keys to what can be in your life. And you must know that you have it within you to think for yourself. You don't need AI all the time. Just like you don't need to go to ask the Ouija board or the Ouija board every question that you have. Because who's answering on the other side? Who's giving you that answer on the other side? Think for yourself without a robot to tell you what to do. Be unique and let love conquer all. Now, if I tell you, my spirit guides, and I'm giving you a reading and I'm giving you a spirit message, I know for sure that that's my spiritual guides, right? You may not know, but you will know from the sense and the feeling and the certain information that comes out of my mouth or comes out from the energy that is basically it's transformed out to you and that you receive. Then you start to understand, oh, that is a true result. This is true. Now, if you do it through AI, know that it's artificial intelligence. It's not natural intelligence. Natural meaning innate intelligence. Okay? So understand bots, where they get their information from. It's collected. Okay? Collected. Not saying that anything like the artificial intelligence is bad, because they can do good. I've used them myself, and they can do good. But you've got to pull back. You've got to also go back to the innate self, the humankind self, and go back to basics in order to not have to discern what is right, what is wrong, what is artificial intelligence, but what is also this thing that is muddying or is coming into and overtaking the artificial intelligence when that happens. Not all the time will it happen, but there's some that's going to experience this. I'm not going to make a promise, but I know that this can happen because I've seen it without even being AI, without being artificial intelligence. Something that does not have any intelligence already potentially could be made to have intelligence, spiritual, energetic intelligence. I'm going to leave you with that to think about, to ponder on. And if you believe, then you understand what I mean. If you don't, then continue on and see what you find. Warmest blessings from Master Shaman PaLiChee on today's Master Shaman PaLiChee show. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.